What's going on, everybody? This week's video is going to be me and you going on a journey, figuring out more details that are symbols, colors, whatever, elements of my flag that I'm going to be designing about myself. So without further ado, let's get started. As the usual, I first visited r/Vexillology, and scrolling through really didn't give me anything. They're in the middle of a Saudi Arabian redesign kind of craze. It's actually pretty entertaining seeing all the redesigns. Other than that, I decided while scrolling through these that, I really didn't want to take inspiration from other people or even from current flags of nations and countries. I think that this flag should completely come from my own head. And in that process, that means that I'm just going to have to play around and paint and hopefully create something worthwhile. So, in the end, this subreddit really won't help me. Obviously, what this means, though, is that I have to start finding some design inspiration for my own flag. Now, thankfully, that won't be too difficult or too challenging. I already have some colors in my head. So, let's go to paint and play around for a bit. So, first things first, let's get some colors going. So, I think that a good color that describes me and my relative energy, enthusiasm, and sometimes intensity is like an orange or a red. I think more of an orange would represent me better. Maybe a little softer, or maybe a little bit more vibrant. I can't really decide. So let's see here. See, I kind of like this more red or orange. If I do say so myself. The more yellow it gets, the less I like it. Although, maybe a simple orange, yeah, like right there. Something along these lines might work really well. Okay, let's add that for now. And then, like Ted K said, you want 2 or 3 colors. So let's pick another color. A good complement to this orangey type is color heavy in the blue. Less purple, obviously, so it's more over here on this side. So let's go ahead and just pick a, base color, let's say. I mean, obviously these colors don't have to be what I actually end up with, but I like that. So, boom, 2 colors. Add a green in there, and I'll actually add a 4th color, just in case I don't like those. I think I really do actually like a purple, and I like a more, in between, like a violet kind of, and I want it darker. But actually, violet's not really a basic color. Red, yellows, greens, blues. Orange isn't too either. What if I make a more red orange? How about that? Let's try that. I'll make a more red orange. There we go. So this will be my starting color palette for now. Now I got my colors, it's time to move on to the shape aspect of my flag, and I'll be using the curved line and the straight line, and obviously the stars are the only other options. I mean, arrows, these funky shapes, lightning bolt, that's not going to really help me too much, but the line and such will. We'll just use the normal paintbrush and some black now to kind of outline a design potentially. Now I want it to be different than just like, the three stripes, that's kind of boring. No matter which way you do it, vertical or like horizontal, it's pretty boring. I also don't want to really replicate any other flags, so I'm not going to do like Japan, Bangladesh. Those are boring. So instead, I'm going to have to create a totally unique design that reflects me. So I was actually thinking, maybe some sort of straight line design, kind of like this. Some sort of symbol in like this area right here. Maybe a color let's do like a color there, right? Maybe a color here, and that same color over here. Maybe some extra symbols in this area. You know, replicate on both sides. Something along those lines might work pretty well. That's kind of just a base design I have in my head, though. I mean, there's so many options. You can literally do whatever you want. But I mean, considering me and my personality, I feel like a banner that isn't explicit is going to be bad. Something that has a deeper meaning than what's on the surface, but the surface design itself is striking. One of my favorite flags that reflects this is actually the flag of Italy. So Italy's flag is, draw it really fast here. It's just the simple 3 stripes, and I honestly don't remember which side it's on, but I know it goes, I think it's this way. I think that's the correct order. It's either that or this. I'm fairly certain it goes like that. And this obviously reflects the French tricolor, and it helps support like how the Italian Republic was like revolutionary state, rebelled against like the papal states and conquered everyone else. And the red stands for the blood, and the white stands for like the peace and purity of the Italian peninsula as one whole. And the red shirts as well by Garibaldi, that's also significant and symbolized in the red. And it's like a flag like this is simple on the outside but deeper on the inside, and a flag like this is something that I want to replicate. So guys, with all that being said, I think next week we'll actually start really designing my flag and creating it, and then the following week we'll finish it up, and that'll be the end of this project. So in the meantime, thank you guys for smacking that red subscribe button. Drop a like on the video. Tell me in the comments down below how many awesome I am, how awesome you are, and I'll let you know all these fun facts about flags and how I'm going about designing my flag for myself. Make sure you're ringing that bell and stay tuned for next week's video, guys. See you and all the flaggers in the next video. Peace.